So hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video of how I printed on my vellum. A couple of you guys have seen me on Instagram, and I did a print out on vellum where I used a backdrop or a download from Etsy. This is one of them, and I printed it out on vellum to go into my B6TN. Now, and it didn't come like this, so I'm going to show you guys because a couple people think that, or thought that they didn't know where to start, they couldn't do it. But this was really, and I hate to say super easy because that kind of annoys me when other people say that. But I'm going to show you guys how to create your own. I'm actually going to make one for my wedding planning TN. And don't mind the noise. The birds are up and so are the neighbors. And I'm actually, oh, I just pulled this off. I'm actually recording in front of my window. I'll put that back on momentarily. But this is my wedding one. And I haven't finished it. But once I finish both of them, I guess I'll do a flip through to show you guys what it looks like. But I want to do a vellum for that part right there, so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. But this is a piece of vellum that I purchased from Joann Fabrics. It kind of feels like parchment paper, and you probably could use parchment paper, I don't know, but I got it from Joann's and it was actually on sale, and I actually kept one of the stickers. One was by American Craft, and that's of course the sticker that's on the bottom that I'll rip it if I take it off. But this is the other one, and it says it's translucent. It was actually on sale for 99 cents per sheet. So it's kind of like specialty paper. So I'm assuming that, you know how a lot of the papers you'll get 5 for 10 or something like that. This won't be one of them because it's specialty paper. All right, so this one, I almost had it. It's reading as cardstock, but it says vellum. It's 12 by 12. And then I guess it has the other measurement on there. And that it's made from China, but it's from American Crafts. So, and it was 99 cents. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select a picture from Google. And I'm going to download it, and then I will show you what's next. Okay, so here's my computer screen, guys, and I'm not doing a good job at showing you the screen, but I'm just going to select a dress. And I typed in, oops, did I hit that? So I've typed in vintage wedding dresses, but I want it to be a sketch, specifically a sketch. And so here's all the pictures that come up. Since I'm going to actually use it, I don't want to waste my vellum, so I want to pick a picture that I actually want to have, and a picture that doesn't have a watermark on it. And I'm not selling these, I'm just making it for myself. So this is super cute, the one I looked at earlier. So I'm just going to right click on it and go to save image as. Then I'm going to save it. It actually already has a name, but I want to make sure that it is in my downloads so that I can easily find it, and click save. And then you'll see it show up on the bottom of your screen right here. And now what I want to do is I want to go over to my Microsoft Word. This is the one I was working on last night that I actually just showed you guys. And I'm going to just delete all of that. And I can actually delete this box. Let's see. There we go, delete. So you see that there's two different colors. So the vellum is kind of like a white translucent, but I made this a pink pale color because my first tan that I showed you guys was pink. So now I'm just going to remove, I have to click on this line here and then right click so I can get the format shape, because the wedding album is actually white and cream. So I want to remove and put no fill and then close it. All right, so here's the picture that I had before, and I am just going to go up. Oh, so my measurement here is, because the B6 TN is 5 by 7, so across the whole full thing is 10 inches and then 7. So I drew a box. Actually, let me just, I'm going to start over so I can show you guys fully. So I just used a blank document. All right, so here's my blank document, and I want it to be in landscape. So I'm going into the page layout, orientation, landscape. I'm also going to change my margins to 0.5. All right, so now I'm actually going to go back to up to insert, because I want to have a text box to give me a guide. The text box is going to get cut off, and I want to draw my text box. So I'm just going to, you got to have that little cross arrow there. You see, not that white one, you want the black one. And I'm just putting it all the way up against the line to the other side, and I'm just going to go all the way down. Now when you go up here after doing that, over here you'll see where it says height and width. I'm going to just change that to the size that I need. So I just need 7, and then I need, and I was close, 10. So now the text box is going to be how I actually right now. I'm just trying to, okay. So it's going to be 7 inches in height and 10 inches across, and this is based off of a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, because that's what we're actually going to measure it up to. I am going to actually pull my page down because I am actually cutting from the bottom of the page. Okay. And then I want to draw a line across, which is actually going to be my cutting line. So I'm going to go back to insert, and I'm going to go to shape, and I'm just going to pick this straight line here. Go back to that double cross there. And I'm just going to go a little bit higher than the box and go straight across. I don't have room on my desk. I'm going to go straight across. And it's going to put a line there. So that is letting me know that that's my cut line. So I'm going to cut in this small space in between. So that's my 10 by 7, because that is the height of my book. Now I'm going to do another box. So I'm going to go back to insert, text box, a simple text box, and actually it just created a box, but I could change it here. So in here I could put the height is 7 and the width is 5, just so that I know inside my 10 by 7 this is what I'm working with. and I'm actually going to remove all of the lines. So right now I'm just going to delete the text, and I can actually delete this one. Wait, let's just leave it. I want to insert my dress, so I'm going to insert picture, and see, it's right here, wedding dress drawing. Click the insert, and bam, here's the dress. And I'm going to leave the artist name on because, oh, it actually blurs out. Just so that, because I know I like this style, so if I ever wanted to come back to it, I know it's here. And alright, so I have the dress, but I actually wanted to move. Alright, so what I wanted to do was move the dress over. Alright, I just wanted to move it over a smidge. So now I'm actually going to delete the inside line. So where you see that 4-prong, where we go, 4-prong, right click, go down to format shape, line color, no line, and then close. And I'm going to do the same for this one, because you're going to use your mat, your ruler, to do all your measurements. But I just needed to take a look on my screen to see what it was going to look like. All right, and then I'll click up here. So here is that is your picture, and here is your cut line. So here's another thing that you can do. In your page layout, you can go up to columns to give you a better look, and it will give you where your halfway mark is so that you know if you're within your 5. What I'm trying to do is, because I removed the line, there we go. I want to move my picture over. So you need the dotted line to move. All right. So you want your picture to be close to your edge, so when you cut it, you can make sure it's in alignment. All right, what I'm going to do is cut down my piece of vellum to 8 by 11, my Recollections paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut it down 8 by 11. 8.5 by 11. 8.5. So here is the 8.5 mark. And I am just going to make sure that it's touching all the way at the top, and then cut. And then now I'm going to 11, because that is the size of a regular piece of paper. And the reason why I am actually going to tape it to a sheet of copy paper is because I don't want the vellum to get stuck. I don't want it to get stuck in my printer. And I'm just afraid, because it is so thin, And so I got a piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is you can use double-sided tape. I'm just using my Tombow Mono Dots adhesive just to do a line. Let's see, where's the edge? There we go. Just to do a quick line down the bottom where I'm going to attach the vellum. And I'm attaching it as close as I can to the edge of the regular 8x11. So that kind of gives it a backing, a thicker backing for the printer to print. And so now I'm going to put the paper in my printer and print. All right, guys, so let's get to printing. And you want to click yes here, that you want to print outside of your margins. And so now, that's my Cricut. And she doesn't have a name. And I'm just using a regular printer. Let's see if I can show you guys. It's an HP DeskJet 2542, I think. And with the paper behind it, it went smoothly. And here we go. So now that is my paper, my picture on the vellum. And it's just a sketch. So now I'm going to start off cutting off the top by making sure I am at that 7-inch mark. And then I'll cut it down to 10. Okay, so here's my 7-inch, and you can see I am below the line. I am below the line, and I am going to cut. And then I'm going to turn it this away. This away. To make sure, because you don't want to cut your sketch. And I'm going to go over to the 10-inch. That's my 10. And I'm going to cut. Now this should be completely separated. And now I am going to fold. Oh, I see where I went wrong. So the one step that I did forget is to move my picture over towards the edge of the paper because of how I'm actually cutting it. Had I noticed this before I did my 10-inch cut, I could have cut it appropriately so that it still would have been 10 inches. But since I didn't, I just did a quick reprint and then did another click and slice since I had another piece of acetate. And then now we'll continue. So here I am working off of my reprint and my recut. And so now this time when I cut it, it should be absolutely perfect. I should be able to fold it at the 5-inch mark, which will make it half and half. And then it'll fit into my TN perfectly. Make sure that you have your page turned the right way so that you don't cut the wrong end. So then you'll just fold it in half. And it's thin enough. You don't need your bone folder. Just use your fingers. Fold it in half. Grab your TN, your notebook, what have you. And you can just place it. Now I got some extra stuff in here. Oh, I dropped my pen. I think I want it right here. Move this. It's just another dash for it, but I really like this. And that is my folder. And you just got to be very careful. It is specialty paper. Actually, I'm going to take the whole folder out and put it over the folder, and then I'm going to insert it back. That will make it a little, well, I guess if I took this out, it'll make it a little bit easier. Only because I'm struggling. I'm working around this camera, my tripod rather. Alright, and then get your folds into place, and boom. And so now I have my little vellum decoration in front of my folder. Super easy, super cute. And you could even have put words here. Actually, I could have put a scripture there. And actually, I still can. Actually, put it back through. Put a scripture here. And yeah. So that is it. And this is my dashboard. That had my pen loop on it. I actually had a couple dashboards in here. Because this one was in my shaker dashboard, but I'll do a flip through of that later. Alright, so then I just have, and there we go. Alright guys, so that's it. I hope you guys find it easy. Ask me any questions that you like. If you have questions, just list it down below, either here or on Instagram, and I'll be glad to help you guys out as much as possible. Until next time.